Some of the events, meetings that happened since the last update. On November 11th, Remembrance Day, I was in Brantford to lay a wreath, and Councillor Mark Hill laid a wreath in Hamilton to remember all our vets. On November 15th and 16th, I spoke at an Indigenous Women's Leadership Summit in Ottawa. And on November 16th, I attended the induction or notification of nominees for the induction into the Canadian Business Hall of Fame in Toronto. My good friend, Chief Clarence Louis of Osoyos, is one of those inductees and nominees. That evening as well, there was a book launch at Woodland Cultural Centre for two of our community members. Elizabeth Dockstader's book called Dream Fast, A Trail of Stories to Lead You Home, and Sarah General's book called Pride and Prejudice. You can buy both of these books at Betts's store in the village. On November 17th, we had our Santa Claus Parade. On November 20th, 21st, and 22nd was when we attended the All-Ontario Chiefs Conference. And also on November 20th, Councillor Carl Hill and I attended the unveiling of the Speaker's portrait at Queen's Park, with the former Speaker being Dave Levac. On the 21st of November, there was a political confederacy meeting, and we got back from Toronto in time to attend the Wild Game Dinner that was held here by the Elders Network. On November 26th, we had visitors from the Association of Addictions and Mental Health, Canada Addiction and Mental Health in Toronto, visited our community. And on the 27th, we had membership officials from various First Nations who were gathered here at Six Nations. On November 29th, I spoke to a class at the Workforce Planning in Grand Erie in Brantford. And on the 29th, of course, we had our community meeting on the cannabis regulations. I am on the Board of Governors at the University of Waterloo, and I attended a retreat they held on November 30th. That evening, Logan Stotts held a toy drive at the Sanderson Centre, which I spoke at. On December 1st, we had the grand opening of the Wilfrid Laurier YMCA complex in Brantford. It's a wonderful facility, which I encourage people to use. December 2nd, Mohawk Chapel held their Christmas service, and I was in Ottawa for the Iroquois Caucus, and then we had the Assembly of First Nations, as I just talked about, along with the rally and the meeting with several cabinet ministers. December 8th was when we held our annual awards brunch, and on the 11th I had a visit from some officials at Mohawk College to see how they can establish a relationship more with Six Nations.